Hi, my name is Svenda, and I'm the founder of Svenda's Manual. Alongside our new update, our team has been able to create an online database of over 400 meaningful OTC stocks. In this video, I'll walk you through our database and why we believe this should be in the toolkit of every OTC investor. First of all, let me show you how it works. Now, once you purchase the new Svenda Manual, you can simply get the URL that we are on right now, which hosts the platform and the database. There, you will have to sign up. By using the same email that you've used to purchase the Svenda Manual, you will create a username and a password, essentially credentials to be able to log in. Once you have those, you can simply enter them through the login and be able to instantly access the database. Once you're in, it's a very straightforward business. You can just click on the database to be able to access and see all of the stocks at once. We have lists of 10 per each. You can see there are 45 lists, so about 440 stocks now currently in the database. Basically of meaningful OTC stocks, which we picked for you because of course the OTC market is notoriously scammy for a lot of parts. So, there is about 7,000, 8,000 companies. Only a fraction is really worth following. And we believe that we've captured most of those companies that are worth certainly following. So that's in the database that we can see. Now, if you're interested in individual stocks, you can just click on them to see what fundamental data points we have, what comments we have, and much more. So I've clicked on ABLT, American Built Right. And you can see here that down here it changed to reflect my pick. You can see some of the information that we have as well as our own previous comments. So comments from 2017 or 18, basically from the time I run my newsletter, and now up-to-date comment from 2020, as well as any sort of links that we might have to, again, provide you with further context. So, the main problem in OTC market is that you might find a company that looks interesting, but then there is not really much information on it. There's not really much information on Seeking Alpha, on forums. There might be bits and bobs, but nothing really comprehensive. So with, for example, ABLT, we have provided a link for my first report about the company on Seeking Alpha. ABLT is actually a very interesting opportunity because it's kind of like operations fused with legal liabilities thesis. They have some asbestos claim, which is certainly worth digging into. So, again, you can see that the database gives you a bit more context about what's been happening, what to search for, maybe what to know about the business. Of course, you have the price chart below to kind of spot any sort of inflection points. You can see that the March downturn has been hitting ABLT pretty hard, so maybe it's worth checking out again. And then on the very right, of course, we have comments. If you have any sort of questions or if you have your own insights about ABLT, feel free to share them on the database right here in your comments. So that's for the individual stocks. So you can click through the database as you like. But I guess the main power of the database is in that you can screen the stocks and you can actually search quite easily through it. We do have fundamental data points, as you can see. So we have tangible book value for now. That's our only fundamental data point. But we believe it's pretty handy in order to be kind of able to grasp, if the market valuation might be interesting, or if not, if basically it's trading, above tangible book value. Why so? Why does the market believe that it's worth more than the tangible book? So that's one fundamental data point that you can screen with. Of course, we do have the share count as well. So we do have the market cap, which means that we have price to tangible book, so you can easily screen through that. You can also see that we have price performance. So again, you can screen through various time frames. If you're looking for underperformers or overperformers through a different time frame, you can just simply click through the database like this. You can see from the past 3 months who's been the underperformer and who's been overperforming the market. So it's very easy to just filter these out and make sure that you have the relevant search that you want. Of course, within the filtering and screening, we allow for specific values. So if you're looking for, some specific performance or specific price to tangible book, for example, let's see, I would like to see companies that trade above half of the tangible book value. you can come up easily with the list. So I can just need to sort it through either from the ascending or descending, and I can start my research for the specific screen. So that's useful, and again, that allows you to maybe jumpstart your research a bit more and narrow down to companies that you might be interested in. We, of course, do have labels for reporting of the company. So you can see that there are a couple of different labels. We have dark companies. Again, for some of them, we do not have the most current tangible book value because we do have financials, for example, only for December 2019. So where we are not 100% sure that we have the most recent financials, we just leave it blank for now. But for a lot of the dark companies, we do have the financials as well. So that's dark companies. You see that there is FDIC reporting, which means it's a community bank. We do have a nice variety of those, and I believe that community banks right now are pretty interesting, especially due to the COVID-19 impact. And some of the OTC community banks, they're really amazing in terms of how conservative they can be. And so who knows if COVID-19 can actually shake things up for them. So yet now they're trading below tangible book value again, and so on and so forth. So I believe that, community banks, an interesting sector as well, about, 100 of them in the database itself. Then we have SEC reporting companies. So these are, of course, companies that file with the regulator, but still, could be interesting opportunities. Of course, in our past research, we've stumbled upon so many companies that have been reporting to the SEC, but have been completely misunderstood by the market. Mills Music Trust is just one that pops into my mind. So you have these as well. And then you have gray stocks, which are basically stocks that publish their financials in some other way than to the SEC. It could be their website, it could be otcmarkets.com, it could be any sort of obscure channel that we were able to catch, be it just as a footnote on the website somewhere that they publish the financials. We were able to get it. So that would mean the gray. And again, the variety of the stocks is pretty large. We have about 100 dark stocks, 100 community banks, 100 SEC reporting companies, and about 100 gray stocks. So I think that the variety is certainly there, and we believe that we do have a good grasp of the OTC markets. So that's reporting. Of course, then you can screen for sector or business description. The business description is really our own, but the sectors do follow a key. So if you're interested in one or the other industry, you can also screen easily for that. Then we do show our possible value, what we believe could be the value of the stock, or the potential investment thesis. So that's just another way to screen the stock. So that's basically it. It allows you to jumpstart your research, get to the relevant OTC stocks. We will keep updating the database. We will keep adding stuff to it. So obviously it will keep on evolving, but that's how it looks so far. Apart from the database on the platform, there are the FAQs. So if you have any questions or if you have any troubles, you can read through those. And especially if you do end up buying the manual and do have any suggestions, feel free to fill out this form at the very bottom. That would be very, very helpful for us. But so far, that's how it looks. So I believe that really the bottom line is that this should allow you to screen the market much more easily than any sort of prior way of dealing with this. As I said, I've been through the market A to Z a couple of times. I've read so many blog posts, corner of Berkshire and Fairfax Hathaway, and Fairfax, of course, forums and so on and so forth. So I've been there, I've done that. And I think I've assembled, the companies that are worth checking and following. And of course, David Flood, who contributed to the database, was also great, and he caught some of the low price stocks, which are, I think, quite interesting opportunities themselves as well. So that's how the database works itself. And of course, if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact us or reach us at svendamanual.com. And if you don't have any questions, what are you waiting for? Just go and buy the instant access to our database and the research that we prepared for you. Thanks for listening.